cooperating. It's sitting there and saying, no, I can't trust this. I can't buy into this. So we do the healing of personality aspects, 0 to 7, 7 to 14, 14 to 21, 21 all the way into the future. We do this because we need to create a safe environment for ourselves. Why did we call this series Release? Because you have a container. If it's empty, you can fill it with joy. If it's full of poison, if it's full of pain, if it's full of trauma, you can start pouring joy into it, but a cup full of poison will continue to have poison in it, even when you start filling it up, even when it overflows with stuff that you think is joy. When you feel you need to add joy into the existing structure, it will take much longer to fill that existing structure by letting it go to overfill the poison, the trauma, the pain, the struggle, the memories, the filters, the programming. For that to be released in order for you to then start seeing the world from a place of joy rather than a place of anger, hatred, resentment, judgment, depression, fear. The towering power of all powers, fear. Fear of embarking upon something new, fear of losing people, places, and things, fear of, you name it. So, why do we do this? Why do we call the very first series on this journey Release? Is because it's much easier to get rid of. Why did we do those declarations? I release the pain, I release the pain, I release the pain. And then the affirmation, I embrace joy, I embrace joy, I embrace joy. And we did the tapping. Why did we do that? That's the emptying of the cup. That's releasing the old programming. That's removing the filters which no longer serve us. So bringing in your personality aspects, your inner child, your conscious self who's always in charge, always doing everything that needs to be done. Then your soul. Why do we bring in the soul? What's in it for me to do all of this work, to go find my soul, bring my soul down here? What does that do? Well, what it does is, for as long as we are living this life based on this is all there is to it, we're limited. Limitations makes us fearful. Fear comes from that place of, I'm not enough. This is not enough. Nothing is enough. I need more. So-and-so has more. Why can't I have it? That's limitation. That's where judgment comes. That's where anger comes. So, why do we connect with the soul? Because the soul brings the perspective that's much bigger than this perspective. You know, my guidance, once in a while when I get stuck in my loop, the guidance says, remember, life on this earth is all a game. You're not here to get stuck in the game. You're here to play the game, learn from it, and move on. Bring in the higher power. Overcome it. Reach to the point where you realize this is a game. You know how children play games? They play games. You give them a piece of wrapping paper, they play with it for hours and hours. My husband says the best Christmas gift they got one year was the refrigerator box that he and his brother played with for months. And even when it started getting torn up, the next game was, how do we tape this back together and put it back together so we can play with it? Think of life on this earth, every day doing what we do as a game. And then when somebody insults you, when somebody annoys you, irritates you, when somebody does something that you feel, okay, I can't rise up to that, so now I'm resentful, I'm not good enough. Remember, this is a game. That person is playing the game they're supposed to play. You are supposed to play the game you are going to play. The trick is not to get stuck in playing the game and then forget that there's a soul, there's a higher self, there is a purpose to being here. And that purpose goes beyond this lifetime. This lifetime is a bat of an eyelash. There's hundreds of thousands more lifetime that is supposed to follow it. This lifetime is one link in a very long chain. That's why we need to connect with the soul. And today,